Hey guys, hope you're absolutely doing amazing. In this video, we are going to talk about something Joki I wanted to talk about for quite some time, right? So this is something that I've seen with a lot of people. What happens is कि जैसे कि वो they are bad with women, then they realize it, and then they're like, okay, we have to learn how to attract women. We have to just get better with women. We have to work on the skill set, and we have to improve the skill set on overall, right? And then they do what everyone does, right? They search for YouTube and everything कि अच्छा कैसे होना था. अब यहाँ पे they come across some videos about tips, tricks, and basically how do you talk to them? Basically what to talk about. Talk about this topic. You use this line and this line works. If you mirror this that. What they miss in all of this is the most crucial component of game, which I would say makes or breaks your game, like literally. And how do I know that? Because I was exactly going through the same thing, just same motions. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, and this and that, and this and that. In the gist of it, I was just missing the main picture. I was just missing the bigger picture, and I was just missing what is the real thing that I have to do. And once I fixed it, my results skyrocketed. I went through the roof. And things absolutely fixed. And then I realized game is supposed to be different from what I thought. So today I'm going to talk about exactly that. So what is that thing exactly? That is flow, right? And so many times this thing came across me and I was never able to understand it because, as I said, at that time I was not aware enough. I used to think that this is maybe some marketing bullshit. This is just some gimmick that people are putting up in front of me. And I always used to think, yeah, because this is a gimmick and everything, I don't need to fall for it. But then finally, when I actually experienced it myself, I realized, oh, this is something totally different. So what flow is basically is when your thoughts, words, actions are in alignment, right? One of my mentors explained this as, they called it congruence, right? Congruence is when your thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment, right? And this basically is the gist of what game is supposed to be. You should not do something while thinking, अच्छा मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ऐसे करना है, and this and that. You should just be flowing. And this term in itself, thoughts, words, action, and alignment, this appears very confusing at times, so I'll just explain it to you. Thoughts. You think something. I have to say this. Words. Whatever you thought, you are able to generate exact, words for it which do not dilute the message of what you thought. And actions. You say it, right? Now, notice that between these three things, there was no thought involved. Right? Thought, you can say there was no filter. There was no judgment of whether this is right or wrong. And that is when true game shines, when you are just flowing and whatever is coming from inside is just so attractive, right? And surprisingly, it's attractiveness. Attractiveness is not even a criteria there. If you hit flow, if you hit congruence, if you are at a place where you're feeling congruent within yourself, you won't even filter what's right or wrong because whatever comes out of your mouth is going to be attractive. And surprisingly, that's true. मेरे साथ भी in my journey, one of my mentors, like a great guy in game, hats off to him. Because of him only, I just, basically learned how to exactly do it multiple times, right? He told me, Nishant, you're not having enough fun. And I was like, yeah, what does he mean by fun and everything? And again, because fun is something which you cannot really describe. It is something which you cannot really explain because it can be different from different people, right? For me, as if I was to tell you for what fun is for me is being in uncomfortable, weird, and you can say very, very weird, awkward situations. That's so funny for me. I find it super funny if I'm put in a super awkward, super, uncalibrated, super awkward, weird situation, and I just let that situation happen, despite the fact knowing that I can fix it. Letting that situation happen, that's super funny for me, but that may be absolutely terrifying for someone else. One of my friends, he just finds just weird videos funny, right? And when I see those videos, I'm just pissed almost. Like those videos are like, I don't know, those don't serve any purpose, so those almost piss me. The point being, fun is different for everyone. And when he used to tell me, okay, bro, you need to have fun, you need to have fun, I couldn't understand what he meant. Until the point where I decided, okay, let me just try to figure out what fun is, right? And let me just try to use what he said and try to come up with something actionable on it. I tried different things, multiple things, and eventually I arrived at something, and I realized that once I started doing it that way, game became different altogether. I didn't need to think. I didn't need to worry about what I need to do and everything. I could just be very upfront with the girls, and girls were super duper attracted to me. That is the time when my game shone, and that's the time when my game absolutely was shining, and I was able to really do very, very good. Like so much so that, like, you know, people who had surpassed me earlier, I even surpassed them. So it was fucking amazing, and that was just that was just brilliant. And again, all kudos to my mentors for that. So the point being, guys, when you learn game, you are told about tricks, tips, and some lines to say, some sentences to say, or some topics to talk about, and you think that that is going to attract a girl, but that is just a very limited knowledge, and you might be even agreeing to it, or you might just at times think that this is the thing that is going to basically get you results in game or in life in general, but that's not the case. Because what really attracts women is when you are absolutely comfortable with yourself and you hit the flow state, when you are flowing all the time. That is the real crux of game. And surprisingly, most of you guys, even when you understand it, you will not be able to hit it, because as I said, it is a journey. It's not a destination, right? It's a journey. Okay. So that's the thing. The point being, guys, you have been focusing on a lot of the things which are not really relevant to the flow state, right? Not really relevant to basically state, or you can say there are different terms to it, congruence, state, yes. So you are not really in touch with it, and you have never experienced it. You would not even understand it. Even me explaining, you would not understand it, because it's not about understanding, it's about experiencing. Until you experience it, you will really not know how it is supposed to be, right? So that's the point being, guys. This flow state is what you need to work on. And how do you really work on it? Just follow. I have created a free playlist of basically how to get started with game. If you just follow that, basically every step is just telling you how to hit that flow state. If you follow that process accordingly, you will just hit flow state. The point being, guys, this is what you need to work on. Tips, tricks don't work. Women are not a bag of tricks. Okay. What you need to be is just a complete human being, a complete person, where you know what you want and you are very true to it, and you are able to express it very clearly, and it is visible in your actions. Hope this helped. See you in the next one. That was crazy, right? But do you know what's crazier? Click this playlist right here and you will see in real life hidden camera footage of me approaching and attracting beautiful women in no time. I'll also be breaking down what I said to them, how I got them attracted in minute details. So don't delay, guys. Click the playlist right now and I'll see you on the other side.